What's up, guys? I'm Anthony and welcome to Life with Anthony. I decided that I wasn't going to tell all three stories in one video because it was going to be too long and it's going to take forever to process a whole hour's video. So I thought I'd just come out and walk and tell one story today since I'm still off the wagon. All right, let's get to this story. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm gonna go this way because the sun is better. All right, let's get to this story, guys. This story revolves around an operator. Now, I'm gonna need you guys to follow me with this story. The name of this story, the story number one, I'm calling Sneaky S.O.B. You sneaky S.O.B. Now, Saturday night, my operator called out. I'm working on a different press, me and my operator. My operator called out Saturday night because he had a stomach virus and he came back to work Sunday. I'm glad he was okay. So, the operator from second shift, he stayed over. He did almost like a double, 16 hours, except he left and came back. He had to take somebody, go get somebody from the airport and take them home and then come back. He got back to work around 2 o'clock. Then daylight savings hit and it became 1 o'clock. So technically he got back at 1 o'clock. So when he got back, before he shut down to leave, he didn't finish what he had on the press. So we started up and finished what he had on the press. Now this is important what I'm about to say. The one mess up that I had on this job since I started working here was working with him. I put the wrong plates on and got the jobs mixed up and I wasted 7,000 books. This guy, he was pissed at me. He didn't verbally say anything to me, but I can tell by his demeanor that he was upset with me. And he is known for placing blame, so I'm sure he told on me. I didn't get written up or anything. But that's important to know how this guy responded to my mess up last year. Keep that in mind. All right, so we got back to the press and we started up. We finished what he left on the press. Now, everything I tell you guys, you have to keep up because every little detail is important. As a road tender, it is my job to stage the plates. I staged 2 plates on the bottom unit and 2 plates on the top unit. But this particular night, when we got back on the press and we finished what he had left, I only staged the bottom unit plates. It's also important to know that I change the top unit normally. On normal circumstances, the road tender would go up to the top unit and change the plates, and the operator would change the plates on the bottom unit. But this particular time, this guy went up top and he changed the plates up top. Now, I didn't stage the top plates because I was going to stage them once we finish, and I go up there and I'll grab the next set of plates and put on the press. But I staged the bottom unit plates. So he changed the plates up top and I changed the plates down the bottom. We get to running and we running and we running and we ran a whole pallet full of work before he shut the press down. Now every time the press shuts down, I immediately go up front to find out what was going on. I went up front, he said, it doesn't paginate. Now, I immediately started feeling bad because pagination, that's making sure all the pages of the book are in order, is 100% my responsibility. So I started feeling bad immediately. I was telling him, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't check it. But here's the kicker to this. I had a distraction as to why I didn't check that book on a timely manner. And that's going to be my story number 2. You're going to find out what that distraction was. But nonetheless, it's my responsibility to check and make sure that those pages are in order. Overall, it's the operator's responsibility of the whole press. But if you look at it on paper, it's gonna be like, okay, the road tender is responsible for paginating the books. Okay, so here is the thing here's where the story gets, here's why I titled this story, You Sneaky S.O.B. So, he told me and the stacker operator to go over there and throw that whole pallet away. Now, in the meantime, he went up to the top unit, and at the time, it didn't dawn on me what was going on. He went up to the top unit, and he was not up there long, so he came back down, and once again, I told him I'm sorry, because I feel bad when I make a mistake, boy, because I try my hardest not to make a mistake, especially after that mistake I made with him last year. I check my plates all the time, and he came back, and I was continuing to tell him how sorry I was because I felt bad for it. Now, this guy was all cavalier about it. He was like, oh, it's okay, somebody must have mixed the plates up, the plates must have got mixed up. And I'm thinking, let's go back this way, the sun is better. And I'm thinking, hold the F-U-C-K up. When I made that mistake last year, you were mad as a MF'er. Now, I made a mistake and cost you a whole pallet worth of waste, and you all cavalier about it, like, oh, that's okay. And then right there, at that very moment, I realized what he was doing at the top of that unit. That sneaky SOB was changing those plates around because he put the plates on wrong from the beginning. He put the C plate where the D plate should be and the D plate where the C plate was. He initiated the F up. No wonder he wasn't mad, because he can't tell on me because he put the plates on wrong. Can you believe that, SHIT? That son of a bitch put the plates on wrong. I'm crying and shit. Oh, my eyes are watering. This story got me crying. I immediately did not feel nowhere near as bad as I initially did. I should have had my wind protector on out here. I hope it's not disturbing this video. I did not feel that bad at all. I'm telling you, I felt 100% bad at first, and after I discovered that, I only felt like 20 damn percent bad. Because not only did he try to cover up the fact that he went up there and changed those plates around, and that he put the wrong plates on from the beginning, that's why he was all cavalier about it and wasn't upset. Can y'all believe that? I was like, that sneaky son of a... Oh my God, I was so... Oh, I was pissed at him. I was pissed at him. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. I'm telling you, it's guys like that you gotta watch your back. And that's guys like that when you work with. Oh my God, I'm crying. Guys like that, you have to make sure you don't make a mistake with, because they will blame you in a heartbeat. And I learned a valuable lesson, and that's to always put my job first and then someone else's. And you're gonna know exactly what I mean again on my next story. And my next story is going to be called My Kindness Is Not My Weakness. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this storytelling video. That's story number 1. That's not even the meat and gravy of the 3 stories that I have to tell, but that was a good one. It goes to show you gotta watch your back, guys. You gotta watch your back. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. I am now under the trees and my shading is gone. It's here. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. As always, thank you guys for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate it, and you guys know that, and I'll see you guys the next time.